my name is Emily, as you may or may not know, and today we are going to be talking about the commercialization of Pride Month. Pride Month is a wonderful time, okay? Every June I feel rejuvenated with gayness. The power of lesbianism compels you. I mean, it's always compelling me. But, you know, in June, it's got a little extra kick. It's got a little extra zang to it. Got a little But before we just get straight into it, no pun intended, hardy har har, I want to do a little mini history lesson first. So the very first Pride gatherings took place in New York, LA, and Chicago, and these gatherings were to commemorate the events at Stonewall, which happened on June 28th, 1969. Stonewall was an uprising encompassed by clashes between the LGBT community and the police that happened over a span of 6 days. Stonewall was one of the most popular gay bars in New York City, and it's still very popular. It's still running today. But until 1966, it was illegal to serve alcohol to a gay person. So if someone thought that you had a little bit of fruit in your tank, a little bit of zest in your step, give me that fucking beer back. Carpet munchers don't get margaritas. Freak nasty. And besides just the alcohol part, you know, being gay was literally a criminal offense in of itself. You know, just existing, whether or not you were sober or drunk out of your fucking mind. So because of this, many gay establishments had to operate without a liquor license, and then this gave reason for the police and law enforcement to invade these places and basically try and bust them. And we all know how cops have treated marginalized groups historically, and let me tell you, it's not good, okay? I've been at a lot of Palestine protests. Let me tell you, it's not good. So on the first night of Stonewall, there was a lot of confrontation and several arrests were made, which then sparked more protests and more confrontation for the following nights. And it's important to say that a lot of the people who were on the front lines of this movement were people who were visibly LGBT and made for an easier target, if that makes sense. A lot of trans women of color were very much so targeted during this time. You know, if I was at Stonewall, a cisgender, feminine presenting lesbian, if the cops came up to me, I could have just been like, I'm literally straight. I literally love D&B, dick and balls, so what do you need me to show you my permit, my heady central permit? They would have just been like, no, that's fine, you know, I can believe it. Their existence alone was reason for arrest, but because they were so brave and because they resisted police brutality and they marched and went to protests and all of these things, you know, I now, today, am able to love other women much more comfortably than I would have been able to back then. So for those who are generally transphobic, even some members of the LGBT community are transphobic and they want, you know, trans people to be exiled from the LGBT community and all of these things, like, unsubscribe. They are a huge reason for the progress that we have made today. And even if they weren't, you know, even if they were just sitting on the sidelines, it's just like, they're people who, like, I'm about to make myself mad. But, sorry, anyways, today it is a much safer place to be gay in many places. Of course, there's still rampant homophobia, and it's still illegal in many countries, and there's even a lot of homophobic sentiment in America. But generally speaking, sexuality is seen more as a spectrum, and it's more encouraged to be explored than back then. You know, today, I can kiss a girl and not get shoved into the slammer, okay? And thank God for that, or else I would have, like, 50,000 arrests. And not only are there many places today that embrace LGBTness and different types of love, but even profit off of it. Make a buck, and that brings us to Pride Month and capitalism. When it comes to these big companies, right, I mean, they are the definition of chasing the bag. Right? All they care about is money. That's just the truth. And it's hard to believe that we've made so much progress that something that used to be socially unacceptable is now used as a marketing tactic. Like, if you were to tell a gay person from super long ago that today brands would be catering themselves to gay people, they would be like, what? Hey, okay, I see you, Renaissance Fair realness. Okay, happy Pride. Happy Pride. Would you like to buy something from our special Pride menu? We have our Love Wins Lavender Latte and our Mother Slay Matcha.
Excuse me, what year is it?
2024. What? What year did you think it was?
1693.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you're a little off.
Outside, there were so many rainbows and scantily clad women and men. Okay, why is that?
Because it's Pride. Hello. Okay, we're living. We're gagging for it.
Gagging?
And, you know, it's also fucking hot as balls outside. Hot as full scrotum. But nonetheless, you know, it's time for the gays to thrive, right?
Gay? I'm not that. I have never been that, okay? I have never laid with another woman, okay? Especially not on top of her while I'm kissing her deeply and passionately.
Right. Okay. Well, if you did want to celebrate, you know, practically every business on this block is selling Pride stuff, so...
Wait, okay, let me get this, let me understand something. We celebrate gayness, we don't get chastised.
We?
I mean you.
Right. Okay. Well, I mean, yeah, we still get chastised plenty, actually. But, you know, we're able to get married now and, you know, get a burger with rainbow wrapping on it or something.
You can get married?
Yeah.
Oh, this is amazing! I never thought that a day like this would come! Oh my god. Hey, you have a symmetrical face and ample bosom. Do you want to get married? So to look on the positive side of things first, I guess gay equals money sometimes, which I guess is better than, you know, gay equals eternal hell and damnation. You know, potato, potato. I talked about this a little bit in my queer baiting video, where it's like, yes, there are definitely qualms to be had, but at the same time, I guess it's a good thing that gayness is so socially acceptable nowadays that people are making a profit off of it. I mean, it's not a good thing, but it's a double-edged sword, as they say, a double-edged sword. You know, the fact that there's been such a societal shift towards gay people that brands feel safe enough or, you know, see more of a benefit than a risk for aligning themselves with the LGBT community, that is progress. So here are some of the first brands to market to the LGBT community. Absolute Vodka. Absolute was one of the first brands to directly market to the LGBT community. These 1981 Absolute Perfection ads were served in LGBT publications across the country, and the messaging was clear. Absolute wanted this segment to know that they didn't see flaws or imperfection in queer identities. Subaru, widely regarded as a lesbian-friendly vehicle for over 25 years, in the mid-90s they had a campaign with advertisements reading, "It's not a choice, it's the way we're built." IKEA, 1 year after the Clinton era Don't Ask, Don't Tell, in 1994, they aired what is known as the first advertising spot featuring a gay couple. And then we move into, you know, the 2000s and 2010s, where more and more brands are becoming more open about supporting the LGBT community, and they're being a bit more direct in their wording. You know, before, marketing towards gay people was a bit more vague, and now today it's like, "Hi gay, get your slaylicious boots the house down deals and discounts from bottoms to tops will leave your hull quaking." Here are some examples of more recent marketing towards the LGBT community. So, of course, Chipotle's Homo Estos, Homo Te Amas, Homo Te Amas, Homo Te Amas. Bud Light's Let's Grab Beers Tonight, Queens. Pinkies up, pinkies up. And then, of course, the U.S. Marines Rainbow Bullets. Yeah. Not me getting shot with a bisexual bullet. What the fuck? Trump's Make America Great Again Pride hats. M&S Foods Lettuce Guacamole Bacon Tomato Sandwich. And then Postmates Bottom Friendly Menu. Bottom friendly. What about tops and verses? They're just to starve, I guess? Now, I will say that this type of overt advertising and changing, you know, the profile picture to rainbow for June, which we all know, I think that those marketing tactics have seemed to die down in recent years. Honestly, if you look at a lot of brands right now, a lot of their profile pictures are normal. A lot of them are normal, and a lot of them are normal. You know what? They said, "I rescind my support, gay." Instead of, "Hi, gay," they're saying, "Bye, gay. Back in the closet, gay." No. But I think there are two main reasons why brands have sort of stepped back from being very, you know, very loud and proud about their support for the LGBT community. And I'm going to be speaking more from an American perspective, but the first reason, I think, is because there's still a lot of homophobic sentiment in America. There are a lot of homophobes. I think sometimes I live in a little gay bubble, and I'm like, oh yeah, everyone's gay.
And then I remember that there's people who think I should die and go to hell. Some of these homophobes have gotten so angry about seeing the ubiquitous support of LGBT people with all of these brands, you know, changing their profile pictures and putting up advertisements and all these things catering towards gay people, that they're sick of it. And it is the woke agenda. Blue-haired liberal, what have you done to America? For example, Target has been slammed for their Pride collections. Bud Light was slammed for working with Dylan Mulvaney, who is a trans woman. And you know, it's very apparent that there's still people who hate our community and spend more time thinking about who I'm sleeping with or in love with rather than just focusing on something that makes them happy. You know, maybe you should like start a new TV show or like look up a new recipe to cook or something, and maybe don't focus on things that piss you off so much. So as much as we have made progress, there is still a very adamant hate and violence towards our community. And when many brands were being more vocal about their support during Pride Month, many homophobes were feeling like the gayness was being shoved down their throats. Excuse me. Hi, how can I help you?
I see you're selling some merchandise that says love is love. And some rainbow attire, and you know, I'm assuming that this is in relation to, the homosexuals.
Yeah, it's Pride Month.
Calm down, Cheryl. Okay, here's the thing, dear, okay? I hate gay people. A lot.
Okay.
Honestly, I would just like to be able to roam about the cabin without the ever-looming threat of being scissored.
No one is gonna do that to you.
Oh, that's rich. That is rich, because you know what? With all of this gayness being forced down my gullet, okay, I feel the imminent danger of being forced to be at least bisexual, which some people think is even worse than being gay. Okay, pick a side.
No one is forcing you to do anything.
Oh, right. Okay, well then what's that?
That's just a rainbow outside, okay? I had nothing to do with that.
Ma'am, I'm gonna need you to come out of the store. Come out!
And a second reason as to why I think that the pride marketing from these brands has sort of died down in recent years is because they were even facing backlash from the LGBT community. Hi!
Hi.
I'm talking about pride and capitalism.
Nice.
So as I was saying, these brands are even facing backlash from the LGBT community, who are supposed to be the ones they are catering to and making happy for at least 1 month out of the 12 of the year. While it can be great that corporations are supporting the LGBT community to sort of make it more normalized in society to do so, some people wonder if it's really coming from a place of support, or is it really just opportunistic? It's hard for people to believe that corporations have morals and a sense of doing what's right, because to be honest, they probably don't. You know, they're really only concerned with the moolah law and probably not with like whether people are living or dying, to be honest. They are greedy. Greedy by Ariana Grande. Big greedy asses. And then this is where the idea of rainbow washing comes in. And if you don't know what rainbow washing is, it is defined as when companies signal support for the LGBT community, like adding rainbow colors to their marketing materials during Pride Month without actually doing substantial work that helps members in the community. So it is essentially a form of performative activism. You know, they want to pander to the gays and, you know, get them to buy their merch and all of these things without actually supporting them in the ways that really matter. And of course, there are brands that really do, you know, put their money where their mouth is, and they are donating to LGBT charities or, you know, giving away a portion of their profits from their pride collections and things like that. But there are also some companies that just signal support, you know, with the rainbow profile pic, the rainbow PP, right? While at the same time donating to anti-gay politicians or organizations. Some examples being Toyota, AT&T, Comcast, Amazon, FedEx, State Farm, General Motors, Budweiser, Enterprise Rent-A-Car, and Jack Daniels. And it's like, okay, two-faced much? Like backstabbing bitch much? You know, why are you pulling a Regina George, but instead of telling me that you like my skirt when you really don't, you're telling me that you think I deserve rights, but really you want me to go to hell. At the end of the day, no matter what company it is, the main goal is, of course, to generate profit. And, LGBT people know this. So a lot of the times, the pandering, they found it to be disingenuous. And I think that's also a reason why some brands have sort of pulled back, because they're like, the people that we're supposed to be catering to aren't even thinking that this is very slayful. So we must halt the serve. So if generating the illusion of advocacy to lead to good publicity and therefore more customers, we've seen that brands are more than willing to do it, even if they aren't actually supporting the community in any tangible ways that matter, or even if they are actively working against the community in some ways. Thank you so much for coming in to consult with us about our new Gay Pride collection. We're really excited. We wanted to talk directly with the community to see, what resonates and what doesn't.
Yeah, totally. I didn't know that this is what this was. How did you know I was gay?
Oh, well, we were looking for candidates online, and our social media intern saw that you publicly objectified women 14 times in 45 minutes on Twitter, and you also overtly checked out our receptionist on the way in.
Sorry, she was hot, so.
She does have a husband and kids, so don't bother.
Right, noted. Thank you.
So first thing I want to pitch to you, we are starting a line of bottom-friendly underwear, and it's going to be akin to crotchless panties, but instead of the hole being for the crotch, it's going to be for the butt. And our slogan is going to be bottoms up and out. I winked because I'm not flirting with you. That's kind of gross. There's a wink in the slogan, so that's why.
Right, I gather that. I'm not a gay man, so I feel like I can't really give a representative answer for you.
Right, now we have to pay more of you to come in. We were also going to do a shirt with a sort of carpeted texture, right, with the word munch in all caps. Because you people are carpet munchers.
Right.
Hi, talk to me. No, nothing important. I'm just in the meeting with the lesbian. Yeah, no, she's helping us with our Pride collection. No. The gays, they love buying things, we're totally gonna make a profit. I'm sure we'll be raking it in. And of course, we'll be making donations. Yes, you will be getting a sizable donation, all right? Now, can you let me get back to work? Okay, you are too much. Seriously. All right, okay, bye. Love ya. Right.
Who was that?
Ron DeSantis. And, because of capitalism's clutch on the Pride movement, even at the physical Pride parades, as much as it is a celebration of love and liberation, it is also commercialism central. Okay, capitalism city. But I guess that's just America. I have gone to Pride for multiple years in a row, and at this point, at the parade and these pop-up events, it's basically like floats that are basically just advertisements, and then, stands of different brands that are like, we don't think you're an abomination, so please buy our merch. I love Pride. I think it's so fun, and I don't know, maybe it's just the particular prides that I've been to, because I've really only been to them in one city. It's not like I'm traveling the gay globe, you know what I mean? But it really does seem super commercialized. It's like you leave with 4 new rainbow pens that brands were just, throwing at you, and a plastic fan from like Chase Bank that says something like, chase the sleigh. So, not only are companies showing their quote unquote support for the community in, their own spaces like their social media or their own branding, but also in the physical space at Pride. And many LGBT activists say that they are fearful. They are a bit fearful about, the commercialization of Pride and losing touch with its political roots and kind of forgetting why Pride exists in the first place. And listen, like I said prior, having support from these brands is generally a good thing because it does push for societal acceptance, and I'm sure that a lot of these brands are, donating or sponsoring events so that, gay people can party and have fun, during during this month. And that's great, you know, but we also have to remember that the main reason why companies make any decision they make is to generate a profit, you know, to have a good image and get more customers, which can't be helped. You know, we live in a capitalistic society, so it totally makes sense that they would go where the money is. It just so happens that sometimes where the money is happens to benefit us. So if you are celebrating Pride, just try to remember that amongst all the branded floats and, you know, the pop-up stands that are giving away free merch and all of these things, that the main reason for Pride is to commemorate the trailblazers who were brave enough to openly be themselves during a time where it was extremely not accepted, even more so than now. Pride is supposed to be about liberation and love and resistance and not about branding. We have been discriminated against, considered an abomination, been persecuted for the sole crime of existing. And despite the progress that we have made, we are still facing hatred. And against what exactly? Against love? And so we gather here today to focus our initiative on the things that actually matter. Getting more rainbow socks from clothing corporations. I have only gotten like 2 free rubber rainbow bracelets from big conglomerate companies. You know, like, what the fuck is up with that? Wait, sorry, what are you talking about? I'm saying that we need to fight for our right to have every float at Pride be a portable advertisement. The uglier, the better. What about our actual rights? Who cares? But okay, that is all I have for you guys today. I hope you all enjoyed today's video, and thank you so much for watching, and I hope that you all have had a great Pride Month, and I hope that your gayness continues into July. Right, okay, until next time. Oh, that's rich. That is rich. Because why? I don't even know why.
What in the name of Appalachia is going on here?
What in the name of Appalachia? Okay, high note. Okay, high note. High note reaching the high heavens, which gay people will not be going there. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. According to them. I'm literally gay. I can say that.